Hey y'all, it's Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me here today. My name is Sarah and I'm a small business owner. I have a secondhand shop online called HeyRedShop. If you guys want to check it out, I'll make sure to put a little clip here and add a link below. But I love vintage stuff. I love vintage home decor, interior design, architecture, all kinds of different vintage things. And what I've been getting into lately are vintage lighting pieces. So I've been looking at chandeliers, pendant lights, wall sconces, table lamps, and floor lamps. So I was very, very lucky. I went to the Salvation Army just because it was where I already was. I was like, oh, that's the Salvation Army over there. I'll just stop in and see if I could find anything. And I did. I found this gorgeous chrome floor lamp. It looks like one of those work lamps that you would use in a garage or have in a basement or something like that. When I looked at it, I was like, it may not work when I take it home. And if that's the case, would I be willing to put in the work or buy parts or whatever it took to make it work? And I was like, yeah. So I went onto YouTube and watched a few videos. Shout out to Know How Now, because their description and demonstration was very thorough and involved a lot of information that some other videos I saw left out. And it made it so easy to understand what parts I would need and what the process would be, even for this. I'm American, I'm located in America, and it seems like a lot of mobile lighting things, so like table lamps and floor lamps, things that can be moved around, are designed, if not in the same way, in a very similar way, although you need to make sure that you have the correct parts for that item are pretty much interchangeable. So I got this lamp, I took it home, it did not work, so I decided to go to the hardware store, buy all the stuff I need, and put it together myself. And if you have any questions or anything, I'll make sure to leave links to all the supplies I bought down below, links to my shop and all that stuff in the description box. So enjoy. Okay, so please excuse the mess on this side. It's just a bunch of stuff up there. But this is one of those DIY projects that I kind of like doing now. I used to do a lot of repainting and staining, but something I've been looking into lately are I guess it's technically refurbishing lamps and lighting pieces. So I found this lamp at the Salvation Army, got it for $4. It's one of these floor lamps with the curving, and you can pull it up, make it taller, and it has like the really heavy base. So I've already taken it apart. And the plug, and the reason being, the plug looked like this. It had some tape around the base where it comes out of the lamp here. And then this was like really wobbly, and I was like, I don't think so. And then when I took it apart, I was like, okay, so it looks like it has been rewired before. So all I needed to buy is a lamp cord with a plug, and the ends have already been stripped because you're supposed to strip the ends so that the wire inside shows. And then what you're supposed to do is tip the ends to make sure, see on this one, you can use soldering material to tip the ends, and that's already been done. So basically, see the wires have already been stripped down. And then on the back are some very, very clear instructions. So you have the shell, socket shell with the paper inside. You have the socket. You're supposed to put an underwriter's knot in before you put the cap on, and then the cord through, and I have all of that here already. So it's all very clear. All I have to do now is put all this together, and I got some of these, soft white light bulbs for this, even though it's technically, I think it's for like your workshop or to use in a garage. I just really like soft white light, so I'm gonna get started on this. Okay, so at this point I put the little bottom shell piece on first after I threaded the new cord through the back and out through the top. I tied an underwriter's knot, and now I have to connect the neutral wire to the silver screw and the hot wire to the brass screw as the directions say. And then all I have to do is kind of squish these together because they weren't attached with screws or wires or anything. They just kind of fit into each other. Okay, so now I have connected the neutral side to the screw here, and then the hot side under the screw here. So as you can see, it's not a whole bunch of wires like sticking out of that. In. It's not this that's wobbly, it's the whole stand that kind of is. There's like granite on the bottom here, and it's not even, so it wobbles. Okay, so there's the switch. Here we go. Oh great, it doesn't work. That's awesome. Okay, so I just got back from the store because I really want to be done with this. So as you guys saw in the last clip, I tried it, you know, it didn't turn on. At first I thought it might be the light bulb, so I switched out the light bulb, tried it, the light bulb works. So I thought it might be the outlet, moved to another outlet, didn't work. So also, I forgot to mention, before I bought anything like this lamp socket and that cord, I compared the information on the cord and the information on the socket that was attached to the lamp to make sure that I got the same one. So this one has the same voltage and wattage as the last socket. So always make sure that the parts that you're buying to replace are compatible and match. So basically it includes this, and the bottom. So this, I think maybe something got burned out when they tried to rewire it and it doesn't work at all. And there are literally, there's a cord, this, and a light bulb. And all you do is plug it in, and if it works, then you're good to go. Once you've attached them properly. So I'm gonna have to install this lamp socket. Now, the only piece that it didn't have is this, and I think that might be because the base of the lamp is very small, and I think that this might push it out a little bit. But we'll see, because I have to untie the underwriter's knot that I put in, or do I? If I want to have this base on it, then I'll have to undo it, but do I have to have this base on? A socket cap, my bad. It is called a socket cap. I don't know what the socket cap does, so I'm gonna just do it how this says it. I'm not an electrician, I don't have any experience. This is supposed to be all one thing, and maybe that's the whole problem. So I'm just gonna put this together as it says in the instructions. Okay, so I just pushed, kind of squeezed the sides here and pushed it so that it slid into here. And I can like pull it out if I have to. See? And then just, so you pinch, push it in, and then next comes a little hood here, which has some screws that go through the bottom of it and into these screws here, which hold it on. Okay, so I replaced the socket inside with a new one. I used the same cover and everything else is the same. I don't have the little thing on the base because it is too big and it does push out even further, so the screws won't meet up here. So it kind of makes it stick out about that much, and then from there when I put this on, so that just didn't work. So I went ahead and did all of that, put in a bulb. And I know you guys might be wondering, why didn't you just get those Bluetooth or wireless bulbs? And it's because I didn't want to. I wanted to keep it simple for me, and like the bulbs can be very useful, especially if you in specific places, but this is a work lamp, you know, it's not like on the ceiling or up high where I can't reach it. So moment of truth, I can do anything. I rewired a lamp. Look at that. And they have a bunch of different kinds of cords. I got the woven cloth ones, but I know that there are some hardware stores where you can get them in like pink and blue and green, and I feel like the Container Store has a lot of these too in different colors. But yeah, I wanted something that kind of matched the silver gray on gray, so I went with this one. And yeah, it was pretty easy actually. It was just like, once I figured out that the thingamajigger had burned out, and the only thing that makes up a lamp besides the design of it is just a cord that leads to an outlet and the inner part, the covering, and then a light bulb, and that's it. So I'm so glad I picked this up. I think it's a really great find. Don't know where I'm gonna put it yet, but I'm happy with it. And it was a pretty simple DIY project.